for a minute. I'm fixing to work out, and I got some stuff I just wanted to share. You may or may not have heard the saying, yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery, today is the present. That's why they call it a gift. So it kind of sounds cheesy, but right now, especially in the world that we're living in and with everything that's going on, it's important to be present. A lot of people have heard, that the key to living well is to learn to be in the moment and to be present. A lot of people are not living well right now. There's a lot of turmoil and negativity out in the world, and it's kind of a sad place. So we're gonna have some fun. So people know what it means to live well, and to be present. They just don't know how to do it. So I want to take a couple minutes and just share with you some ways to learn to be present. What we've learned that one of the best ways to be present and live in the moment is to focus on the five senses. The five senses, right? So what are the five senses? Sound, hearing, right? Taste, visual. What else we got? Anybody else? So we got sound, taste, visual, tactile, touch. What's the last one? Smell. So those are the five senses right there. And when we tap into those five senses, what they do is they have the ability to trigger memories in our life. For me, I smell a diesel truck fire up, and the first time it fires up, it makes me think of a Humvee. When I'm flying and I'm at the airport and we're getting ready to get on a bird, and sometimes they make you actually walk on the outside to the plane and take the stairs up, and I can smell that exhaust, that jet fuel, and that it makes me think about being in the military, being on deployment. So that's my chick, my rooster out there. What that does is that triggers memories to me. Also, taste. If I taste something, I bite into something, and boom, it takes me back. But the thing is that it's in that moment, and being present, like right now, being present, that it's what truly matters is that it's the only place that change is really possible. New ideas. Being relaxed, being at peace, being open-minded, being hopeful, not worrying about what you did yesterday and what may happen, not worrying about what I may have to do tomorrow or next week, or what's going to happen in the world or the government or whatever. But just being right now, there's a lot of peace to that and happiness to it. So since the beginning of time, known time, people have communicated numerous different ways, and song and dance has been a way to communicate different feelings or whatever, just different ways to communicate. Song, even in the military, there's reveille, there's to the color. There's different trumpet sounds, different trumpet songs that will communicate, a battle movement or whatever. So songs, they're almost like time travel devices, because they have the ability to take us back to tap into every sense and bring back memories, good and bad. It stimulates. Music has been shown to stimulate both sides of the brain. That's why it's so critical for kids to get into music and learn and take piano lessons or guitar lessons or singing or whatever, because during that period in their life when they're growing, and their brain is growing and developing. It's stimulating both sides of the brain. It's so important. So also what music can do is it can hit us in our heart and in our spirit. You know, there's Whitney Houston, the national anthem at, what was it, the Super Bowl or something. Every time I hear that, I mean, it is beautiful. So music has the power to change mood, right? So if we're living in this time of negativity and sorrow and worry and all that, we can listen to music to change our mood. And you know, I look back and I think about different playlists that I've had. I'm getting ready to work out, so I've got my gym playlist, right? Back in the day whenever I was working overseas, you know, the thing was, you don't ever listen to Johnny Cash when you're out, because almost everybody who ever got blown up on the road was listening to Johnny Cash. So there's a road trip, Tom Petty, Free Fallin', you know, so there's all different types of music and playlists that people have that, you know, that they would listen to that would bring back certain memories. And, you know, for me, you know, one of my favorite songs when I was, you know, growing up, and even today, it's this song right here. Name that tune. I'm 45, I'm a kid of the 80s. Here we go. Yeah, you know what it is. Come on, Eileen, Dexy's Midnight Runners. So I love this song, and it's one of my favorite songs. It's a really weird video. I think the premise behind the song is kind of weird, but we even named our RV Eileen, because Eileen's dual meaning. But you know, when I hear that song, I think back of when I was back in the early 80s, playing with my buddies, the guys in the neighborhood, and gosh, running around the woods, playing foursquare, playing baseball. I mean, it was like Sandlot growing up. It was just such a carefree time. I was young, I didn't have a job, I didn't have to worry about, you know, what I'm having for dinner or whatever. It's just, life was one long summer. And I loved it. So, anyway, all that to say, and I hope that helps, but all that to say, I want you guys to, my challenge to you right now is to write down a song. What is your song? What's the song that makes you happy? What's the song that makes you feel good? And what's the song that brings back good memories, a positive memory? I want post it, and I want a time, the song, the author, or the song, who it's by, the artist, the time, place, who you're with, what you're doing. That's the challenge. All right, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Love you guys, and struggle well. Later.